The Joe Rogan experience.
They show him the new missile they've developed, and but it has kind of a round head, and he says you need to make it pointy to his engineers. And actually, that's what I also said the same thing. Starship, we need to make it more pointy.
Did you say that?
Mm-hmm.
Because of the movie?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Hold on. It's going. I just have the main camera on.
Okay. You literally told them to make the Starship more pointy because of the movie The Dictator.
Yep. And they know it too. It's not like they are unaware of it. Everyone thought it would be funny if we made the rocket more pointy, so we did.
Did any effect on the aerodynamics? Nothing.
No, we can make it way blunter and be fine.
But it was better to be pointier? Or like if it wasn't for the
it's
movie.
It's arguably slightly worse. But like
but more fun.
Yeah, it looks cooler.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
How long do you think it'll be before? Are you good, Jamie? What's that?
It's my head's maybe. Yeah, exactly.
You good?
Yep.
How long?
My head is sticking out. Is that what it's?
It's right on the edge of the top. It's all good.
Oh, is that supposed to be? Okay.
You're good.
All right.
How long do you think it's going to be before you have like regular flights with that, where you can take off and land and like an airplane, where it'll be very consistent?
With our pointy rocket?
Yeah, with your extra pointy rocket.
Do you mean Earth to Earth transport? Or
just
to orbit or anywhere? Yes, people.
Yeah,
people.
Anytime where you could just with people
Yeah.
and have it land all the time.
I think we're probably 2 years away.
2 years away.
Yeah.
That's really nice. 2 years is pretty cool.
People. We'll have a lot of flights between now and then.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
2023 is not that far away. Be there before you know it.
Yeah.
Wow.
23. Time flies.
How many times have you had explosions with those
when you're on a
things?
rocket? I don't know, like quite a few. 6, maybe 5 or 6.
What's it like? What is it like when you watch it explode? When it's supposed to land and it just...
No, this is a test program.
Right.
We expect it to explode.
Of course.
It's weird if it doesn't explode, frankly.
Really?
Yeah. Because we're trying to develop advanced rockets at a high speed, and if you want to get payload to orbit, you have to run things close to the edge, and the whole rocket is evolving. The engines, the structure, the avionics, the software, the ground systems are all evolving simultaneously. So, and the whole production system, which is actually harder than the rocket design by far. So the rocket and engine and avionics production system is, and the launch system is 1,000% harder than the initial design, like at least.
Really?
Yeah.
So when...
Same with cars, it's like 10,000%. And it's easy to do a car prototype. It's hard to do production.
So when you're looking at, you're scaling towards the future and you're looking at mistakes or corrections, improvements, and all these different things, that's how you come up with this figure of approximately 2 years.
If current trends continue, if we excel, if you plot the points on the curve of progress, then we should be doing regular orbital flights with a high probability of safe landing in 2 years.
So
we're getting to orbit this year. Our goal is to get to orbit this year. So and I'm not sure people totally understand. Like Starship is the largest flying object ever made. This thing will be about over 5,000 tons weight on liftoff. It's going to go straight up with 5,000 tons.
Wow.
This is much heavier than any aircraft by far. There's no aircraft even comes close to this weight, and it's going straight up. But aircraft can't go straight up, so it's like it's got more than twice. It will have more than twice the thrust of a Saturn V.
Really?
Yeah. It's like a big rocket.
Why do you need that much thrust?
Oh,
because you want Mars? Or is this like...
We're trying to make life multiplanetary, extend life beyond Earth. And in order to do that, you have to have high tonnage to Mars. And that means you need a big rocket and you got to fly a lot.
So the reason why it has twice the thrust of the Saturn V is to plan for these interstellar trips. Interplanetary trips. So when you're doing this and you're developing these systems, thinking about regular trips to other planets, but you're not just trying to get into orbit right now. You're trying to get into orbit with something that eventually could scale up.
Yeah, we know how to get to orbit. We've done that a lot. So the really hard thing is we need to have a fully and rapidly reusable rocket where all elements of the rocket are reused and they're reused quickly, like an aircraft. And this has never been done. This is the holy grail of rocketry, is to have a fully reusable rocket. Then you need to go one step further. It needs to be fully and rapidly reusable. It's like
a
like plane lands, you refuel it and take off again.
How do you have time? I never understand you in regards to the way you run multiple businesses simultaneously. I would think that something like this would require so much concentration. This would be your whole being, trying to figure out how to work this.
Yeah, well, I do work a lot.
It's crazy.
And for a reason I was late is I was literally coming from some critical meetings. Just doing. Normally, I'd be meeting until I work until like 1 or 2 in the morning.
Every night.
Saturday and Sunday, usually not, but sometimes.
How much?
About 6 hours.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not easy.
For you, for someone who does as much as you, that's actually impressive that you can squeeze.
Yeah, I've tried sleeping less, but then total productivity decreases.
Yeah. So like 6 is the number where it's
6 is I don't find myself wanting more sleep than 6.
When, like with the Saturn V and the space shuttles and all these other rockets, they would have these parts that would get the ship up into space, but they would descend down to Earth and crash into the ocean,
Yes.
and they would never use them again.
That's
How do you avoid that? Like, what is the difference between the way these things are structured? Like, the whole thing goes together, and then it lands together?
well, we're on the wrong planet for a single stage to orbit.
Right.
I think one thing to appreciate is like space. Getting to space is easy. Getting to orbit is hard. So you only need maybe 1 or 2% of the energy to get to space, to where the atmosphere is thin, compared to what you need to get to orbit. And if you get to orbit, now you've got to burn off all that energy, and you're coming in like a meteor. So you need a powerful heat shield. So it's like super difficult to get to orbit at all. And then if you get to orbit at all, then making the stages reusable means they got to come back intact. And then the upper stage is especially difficult because it's got so much energy. All the energy you put into it, you have to take out. So it's you're literally coming in like a flaming meteor, and most things would just melt or vaporize. So, like if you as a human try to come in from orbit, you'd just be pink mist.
Yeah. Catch new episodes of the Joe Experience for free only on Spotify. Watch back catalog JRE videos on Spotify, including clips. Easily, seamlessly switch between video and audio experience. On Spotify, you can listen to the JRE in the background while using other apps and can download episodes to save on data cost, all for free. Spotify is absolutely free. You don't have to have a premium account to watch new JRE episodes. You just need to search for the JRE on your Spotify app. Go to Spotify now to get this full episode of the Joe Rogan Experience.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
To me,
Yes.
it's so funny to imagine that any company is letting me advertise for them. And something in that makes me feel gleeful when I'm doing it. And it's cool that most of them are cool with it. It's
Well, the
only
way
running
you're
into
doing it
one.
is so fun. It's so fun. It's like clearly just fun.
Yeah, and
Isn't this delicious?
this is
Orange
so good,
chocolates?
man.
Damn, this is
so good. But you know, man, like Musk, he's finally doing the thing. If I were a billionaire, for sure, it's like, I'll just buy Twitter. Can I buy Twitter? Let's see what happens. He doesn't care.
I think he
cares.
Yeah,
I can't tell.
No, he's genuinely. He's concerned about censorship.
Freedom.
He said freedom of speech is someone you don't like. Excuse me. Freedom of speech is someone you don't like saying something you don't want to hear. He goes, they have to have that right. He's
Yeah.
like, it's essential to a democracy.
Yeah.
And most people objectively agree. The problem is they get scared because they see how like mobs of people can move in a very negative direction. Right. I think people, there's a real concern. Like, I am in no way supporting censorship, clearly, right? Absolutely the opposite. But I understand why people are concerned about large groups of people being really shitty and
right.
and getting on the social media platforms that they've done this campaign over the last few years to like silence certain voices, stop aggressive people, stop people who are being shitty to people. Isn't some of that is good, right?
Sure.
Like stop doxing, stop people who are threatening people, stop people who are harassing people. But it's like, where does it end? And how do you know? You don't. That's where it's fucking weird. Because if you just let wild free speech, like there's going to be there's a bunch of people on like 4chan and those kind of places.
Yeah.
And they're saying stuff just for fun.
Right.
Because nobody knows who they are and they can just
Right.
say it and they don't fucking mean it.
Yeah.
They're saying it because it's a crazy thing to say if you're at work in a job you hate, sitting in your cubicle, and you decide to make a frog with a Nazi outfit on. And it doesn't mean you're a real Nazi, and it doesn't mean
Isn't
you
the word
hate any
edgelording?
edgelording.
That's an edgelord.
Those people they're confined to small corners of the internet
Yeah.
right now. And if you just let them loose, if you let the frog people loose,
Yeah.
like you remember the frog people during the Trump campaign?
Yeah.
Took over the frog. The frog so
I
sad.
had him on my podcast. He's very cool.
What did he say?
Just what the fuck? The frog was never Nazi. The frog was like funny and sweet.
Was he upset that his frog?
Yeah, it was. I think it would be a little bit like the person who had the Hitler mustache.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, imagine, and then Hitler sees it and he's like, God, that's fucking cool. I'm gonna start having a mustache like that. And you're like, no, it's like that. But also, you know, I don't know how many people know that like they discovered Egyptian god, and again, this could all be trolling. Kek, the god of chaos, who happens to be a frog. So
Yes.
whatever that was, an actual like chaos magic was being. They were calling it meme magic or whatever. But they were like actually doing chaos magic, and a lot of their rituals seem to have worked to some degree. So yeah, I know what you mean. Like the question is, in a world where we don't even know how many of these people are human who are writing shit on Twitter or wherever.
Right.
Look at GPT, what is it, 3 or 2? The AI that like completely imitates human beings. Like, have you ever gone to the...
Explain how it works? It's
a network that can be programmed to different personalities that can imitate human speech well enough that they can leave messages, and you don't know for sure if it's a human or not. Wow. So if you go on Reddit, there's a subreddit which is the AI bots arguing with each other.
Oh my God.
On the Reddit. And like once I left that up, and I remember I was just reading it thinking I was on the front page of Reddit and getting really engaged in the arguments these bots were having with each other. It's that convincing. So the freedom of speech thing runs into, okay, of course, it's like a no-brainer humanist ideal. Humans should be able to say whatever they want. This is like the most important way that we must have some kind of debate or discourse where one person is allowed to be a complete asshole.
Right.
And not because we want assholes, but because hopefully in the discussion, some bit of truth will sink down into their consciousness and they will grow as a person. I think that's what the roots of...
That's the hope.
It's the hope. But what if the person is a robot, is an AI device that is being made to have certain personalities that represent demographics that you're trying to manipulate as a corporation or a state or whatever? At that point, is it freedom of speech? Are bots allowed to have freedom of speech? This is the one of the things Musk was saying he might do with Twitter, which I think is brilliant. Anyone can get the stupid blue check mark. You pay for it, and you have to verify yourself so that like we know you're a real person.
Right.
Meaning that it's too expensive for the bot swarms to function. It would go from being like if you have a blue check mark, whatever, you're something or whatever. If you don't have a blue check mark, you're probably a bot. And so then we eliminate all the AI, all the fucking state-sponsored shills, all the people who've spent years and years and years building these fake identities online. Like they're like farming personalities. Because, you know, in the old days, somebody tweets some shit and you're like, what the fuck is that? And you go and look at their account and it's like 3 days old. So it has less credibility. But they've been growing these personalities for years. So you go and look at their tweets and it kind of looks like a person mixed in with their interminable tweets about some political issue. Like only an insane person every 3 minutes tweeting something, or like went to the pool with dairy today. You know what I mean? And some weird distant picture of a pool. So it kind of seems like a real person. Anyway, the point is the freedom of speech issue is now we're running into the problem of brand new technologies that aren't even human, that are being designed to influence public discourse in a way that's going to push the needle towards whatever it is,
Right.
whatever your laws your corporation wants, whatever
For sure they're being implemented that way?
fuck yeah. These bot swarms, they found in the Ukraine. They found like one of these like creepy shells
lab?
of phones. It's just phones.
Oh,
shit
I've
tons
seen
of
those. But I know they were running an AI. I thought like people were manually typing in messages because I know they were doing that first.
I think
Right?
both things are happening.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's a PR firm, basically. You know,
Right.
politicians have publicists too.
Isn't it though that that's the best way to defeat America? Is to get people separate from each other, arguing with each other, and lose all faith in the democratic process.
Yeah, sure.
All faith.
Powerful weapon, man. It's like
Amazing.
we dropped an atom bomb multiple times on cities filled with people. The United States did that. Everyone knows that. So our karma, whew, we've got some fucked up karma. You know what I mean? So like that. So the problem with these bombs, biggest problem with the atom bomb, is, I mean, aside from the fact that it kills random people and is horrible, it irradiates the ground, the buildings. So there's no plundering to be had. If you traditional war, you plunder, however you want to look, you're plundering. If I nuke you, I can no longer plunder. So this is why biological weapons are desirable, because then it burns out the biome in the area. Wait a little bit, and then you can go plunder. But even better than that, get into the fucking minds of the people in the country that you want to invade, and then just change their minds so that the country shifts into what you wanted that country to be. Now you didn't even have to do anything except yours. They're believing in you, and then in that, the country starts falling apart. The CIA, by the way, this is one of the things they do. They go into other countries, they cause disturbances, and then it collapses. I mean, it's a classic weapon of war. So anyway, yeah, obviously we might be, the entire United States and probably other countries might currently be irradiated, not like obviously radiation, but by bad data created by artificial intelligence bots that have been programmed to swarm social media and give the impression that there was something happening that wasn't even happening at all.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Elon's a fucking wizard, man.
Yeah.
I'm really interested to see what he does with Twitter, because he bought 9% of Twitter.
Oh, that's right.
I read an article today, though. I didn't read the article, excuse me. I read a headline today that said that he might have done something illegal by buying that stock.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but what is that? What could he have done? I don't understand that.
What
But I
was
wasn't
his
interested enough to read the
what
article.
was his motivation
There's
for
a
that?
disclosure of the purchase.
The disclosure of the purchase? That he disclosed it? That's what
It's the timing of the disclosure, it says.
Oh.
I think,
How is that
when
illegal?
you make a giant purchase like that, not disclosing it in a certain amount of time can affect things.
Oh,
if
like
you wait-
affect like how other people buy it?
Sure.
Or
Or sell it or do whatever they
Right,
do.
affect the stock price. Yeah, I'm interested to see, because I hear they're going to put an edit button now, because that was one of the things that he suggested, and he made a poll. Do you think Twitter should have an edit button? And he said yes.
Who edits what?
Whether you can edit it. Like if you write something and you write 1945, but you meant 1965, like fuck. You have to delete the tweet and start all over again. And he was like, made a poll, should Twitter have an edit button? The vast majority of people said yes, so let's see if they implement that.
Here's the
I
law.
see.
Okay. It's a 50-year-old law that requires that investors notify the Securities and Exchange Commission when they surpass a 5% stake in a company. Musk reached that benchmark on March 14th, according to the filings, but he made his public disclosure only Monday.
That sounds like a
Stock
minor.
jump, too.
In between, he continued to buy stock at the price of around $39 per share, bringing his total stake to 9.2%. After his disclosure, Twitter's share price rose roughly 30% and is now above $50 per share.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So basically, if he had disclosed earlier that he was buying, the price would have risen faster.
Yes.
Got
And
it.
Maybe that would have been bad for him because he wouldn't be able to get it at the same rate.
Yeah, exactly.
If he's actually listened to, so I don't know like how much power a person who's worth 9% has over a company,
Well, he's the big owner.
the biggest shareholder. But did they have to listen to him though? You know what I'm saying? Like, do they have to listen to him in terms of like whether they want to ban people, whether they want to have an edit button, whether or not they want to apply the principles of the First Amendment to something like Twitter?
Right. Well, maybe it's the fear that if he were to dump all the stock, it would hurt the price, so they want to keep him happy.
I was having a conversation with a couple friends yesterday about this, and one of them was dealing with comments on another social media platform. And what they were saying was that, you know, what Twitter does by banning people and censoring people is definitely bad. But there are some fucking horrible people that were banned by Twitter that are now ruining these other social media apps. And they were explaining to me like what's happening and how these people comment on these other apps and about how toxic they are and about they have like a whole group of people that have also been banned that find these new social media apps, and that's where they congregate and hang out, and that's their community now. And it's just blah. It's just Chernobyl. It's just toxic.
What are the other apps?
Well, there's a shitload of them. I don't want to name the
But
one
they're
that-
like, okay.
specifically because I don't want to fuck up, because I believe in these other apps. I believe in all these other alternative platforms, and I think that there's great value in having competitors, whether it's to Twitter or to YouTube or to any of these, Facebook, any of these giant, huge companies that have a massive pipeline to the consciousness of the world. Because the ability to distribute information on Twitter or on Facebook or like that is unprecedented. There's never been a thing like that where a privately owned company has the ability to get ideas out there that can change the way elections are run, to change the way so many things are thought of in this country. I think we need alternatives, and I think we need alternatives that adhere to free speech. But the problem is when they've got these shitty people that they've kicked off of these other platforms like Twitter, because Twitter is pretty ruthless about it. Then they go to these other places and they run amok. And then they're like, hey, free speech, you need free speech. But then they're organizing harassment campaigns and fucking with people and targeting them all day long and constantly commenting on them. And you're like, I don't know if that's good either.
Yeah.
You know, that would make me not want to go there if I was this person. So like, but I don't like what Twitter did. Like, I don't think Twitter should have banned Trump. I think that was a terrible idea. It's a terrible precedent to set. That you can decide that you don't like a guy who's the fucking sitting president of the United States at the time and kick him off your platform because you don't like the things he's saying.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
And this is where we find ourselves with Elon Musk about to buy Twitter.
Yeah, I saw that.
Apparently it's
It did.
going down.
It happened.
Oh, shit!
What?
Oh, shit!
The press release has been announced.
Elon Musk just bought Twitter. We got a movie star type of a superhero. It's like a movie. Like if you had a movie and there was a guy who was like a hero in the movie who happened to be a billionaire, does wild shit, like makes his own rockets and drills under the city and electric cars and then buys
Fucking
Twitter.
insane.
Elon Musk agrees to buy Twitter in a $44 billion deal. Agreement to take social media network private marks the close of dramatic courtship.
Here's why that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, tell me.
'Cause
I
first of
need to
all,
hear what you think.
He believes that free speech is important, and not just important, vital for a democracy, for a functioning democracy. And I agree with that. And what's interesting about this is we found out some things about Twitter, and one of the things they do is shadow ban people. So they make it so that your content, whatever you put out, has less impact. It has less engagement. They limit your ability to express yourself. They ban accounts, and they ban accounts if the account says something that they don't agree with. If the account says something that violates what they believe. Also, this ability to shadow ban people has to be exposed.
Right. That happens on Talk. Do you remember that clip you just saw?
Yes.
Where I said I should be, it was about me and my body and how I felt.
Yeah.
It was taken down and I was put on probation.
Well, TikTok is rough with that.
It's the roughest.
Yeah. Well, I think they don't want anything that interrupts ad revenue and anything that gets them.
Can someone buy
Elon will buy TikTok next.
Jesus.
But maybe the Chinese won't sell. Maybe if they sell it, it'll be like one of them deals like you think you bought it, but there's nothing in it.
I doubt it's going to sell. They're not going to sell TikTok. They're really the worst.
TikTok's the worst.
I
don't
can't
use
believe
TikTok.
I didn't think they were going to that was going to happen with him on Twitter. That's amazing.
Apparently really close yesterday, and I'd heard it this morning that it was probably going to happen, but the fact that it's now announced, that's fucking amazing. Look, it'll change everything, and I wonder how quickly it is before Donald Trump's back.
I think I already saw the thing. He said he's not going to come back, even if Elon bought it. I didn't see a reason why, but that's Variety reported
I'll
that.
tell you exactly why. Because of his Truth Social media. Why are we playing around with this Twitter shit? We would be on Truth Social.
Is that big?
That's Donald Trump's social media platform.
Is it big?
The biggest.
Is it?
It's the best. It's the biggest. The biggest of all time. They say that Twitter's not as big. Donald Trump says, I'm not going back to Twitter, even with Elon Musk taking over. Donald, reconsider.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
What does the Cybertruck weigh?
It depends on configuration, but it's about 7,000 pounds.
Whoa.
There's different versions, but 7,000 pounds.
And
it's like similar to, like it's a heavy truck.
Like a Ford F-250 or something like that. And it, because of all of the metal and the weight and everything like that, but with the engines that you have, it's still, the 0 to 60 is pretty bizarre, right? It's like 3.5 or something like that.
We're aiming to get the 0 to 60 below 3 seconds.
Wow.
For the beast mode version. So we've got a beast mode version. That's so there's well, I don't want to give it all away right now, but there are 3 demonstrations. One of them people are aware of, which is emptying a Tommy gun into the side of the car, a shotgun, 45 and a 9mm, and no penetrations.
Wow.
And it comes that way from the factory. Yeah, it'll be fine.
You think so?
I mean,
I bet a 90-pound compound bow that shoots 520 grain arrows at 300 feet per second with a
I think an hour.
razor sharp broadhead.
We could try it right now if you want. Get it? We could do the demo tonight.
It'd be interesting.
Maybe I'll drive back with an arrow sticking out of my car.
I bet get in there.
Okay, I'll bet you.
Damn. I'd like. Damn,
I think if you have a crossbow that's with enough force, you might a crossbow.
The thing about
might
a crossbow,
get
the
through.
bolt, even though it's very fast, it's not going to be nearly as heavy. You won't have as many grains.
You get a heavy crossbow bolt.
Could,
Yeah.
yeah, but generally, crossbow bolts are considerably lighter. They're much smaller, and they're much faster. They're moving at like 400, 500 feet per second, easy.
Yeah, the thing that matters is kind of the energy per unit area. So so interesting, like a 9mm or a 45, which is basically sort of a 10mm. The 45 is, they're roughly the same, but the 45 actually is slightly worse penetration than a 9mm.
I just realized I do have some broadheads. It's a powerful bow, but I have an 80-pound bow back
Perfect.
there.
How do you do it?
Absolutely.
Okay. When you want to do it right now? Let's do it right now. Let's find out.
Fuck yeah, let's do it. Sick.
We'll be right back.
Bring it back. We'll get a sense in here. Just don't, have the arrow come back and. I mean, just beware of ricochets. You might want to do it at a slight angle. You know what I mean?
Blew the arrow apart.
Yeah.
Flatten the tip of the arrow. Look at the tip of the broadhead. That's impressive.
Hey, cutie.
Thank you. Well, now we know. So we just shot an arrow into it, and it barely scratched it. Barely scratched it.
Yeah.
It was probably moving 275 feet a second. That was a 525 grain-ish arrow with, even more than that, because it had the 125 grain head, so that was 545 grains. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Very impressive. It just destroyed the broadhead. The broadhead flattened at the tip, and then the arrow blew apart.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. It's like I said, you could. We have a cool video we'll show at the handover event next month, which is emptying an entire magazine of a Tommy gun, which I think is like on the order of 50 rounds. You're just going full Al Capone, on the side of the car, shotgun, 9mm, 45.
And you built it like this just for fun.
Well, I mean,
because it's cooler.
I mean,
Because you can.
Trucks are supposed to be tough, right?
Yeah.
So, is your truck bulletproof?
No, mine's definitely not.
Exactly.
And if I shot my bow, would go right through it. 100%. 100%.
So if you shoot any normal car, unlike in the movies where people hide behind car doors, a car door is basically very thin, mild steel. So if you shoot a gun at through like a regular truck, it'll go through both doors. So you can't hide behind a car door like they do in the movies. Mm. Way back in the day, dating myself, but the A-Team where they would there'd be like bullets flying everywhere and they'd be hiding behind the car door.
Right.
That doesn't work. But it does in a Cybertruck.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
And that's a problem generally that a lot of people have with the censorship that's on social media, Twitter in particular. One of the weird things that's happening now with Elon Musk buying Twitter or attempting to buy Twitter, they've done something different. And one of the things they've done different is I gained, now it's 900,000 followers in the month or so.
What?
Yes.
I mean, a lot of people really like you, so
Thanks,
maybe
sweet.
900,000 more people were like, I've decided I love Joe
I think I
Rogan.
was Ox. I think I was
Well,
restricted.
Megan said the same thing. Did you hear her say that?
She said a lot?
She gained a ton, like 1,000 or I don't remember the number, but
Something's
a lot.
wrong.
Like it was really noticeable, and so she was like, I'm pretty sure Twitter was,
Shadow ban.
messing around with my account.
I think so. I think there's something was going on. I mean, I'm just guessing. The other option could be they're bots, that I've gained 900,000 bots. But it's like every time I look, it's like another 100,000. It's crazy. It grows faster than anything. And Instagram is the opposite. Instagram seems to have hit the brakes on me. Like somewhere around 6 months ago, something happened. And it seems like it's slowed down growth a lot. I don't check it too much, so I might be wrong. I might be, maybe it's something they've done with their algorithm where they prefer videos over photographs now, which I think they do.
They are trying to go more video, I believe.
That's where the viral effect really takes place. And I see with my kids with TikTok. I have one daughter who's a heavy TikToker.
Oh yeah.
She's always doing dances.
Never
with her
been on
friends.
TikTok. I don't really understand how it
You're not
works.
14.
That's true.
But little girls, they get together and they do dances, and they like to memorize dances and sync it to music, and then they're watching all these other people TikToking and doing these other, and it's like TikTok just hits you with video after video after video, and they just get you hooked. You open that app up, and it's like you're already like, oh, movement, things are happening, and this is what they're trying to do, I believe, with Instagram.
I think too, and I've read that. I don't get it because I hate watching videos on Instagram and I hate watching videos on my phone in general. Like if I'm gonna, because I'm an old person, I guess. Like I'm like, if I want to watch a video, I want to look at a big screen. Like I'll watch stuff on my laptop, but I don't like reading stuff. I don't like using my phone. I don't even like texting on my phone, to be honest. Like I text on my laptop. But I mean, I sort of think that Instagram messes with me a little bit too. They refuse to verify my account. I've tried like 5 times.
How many followers do you have?
14,000. No, sorry. Is that right?
What's the number that you think you could check?
Who cares?
You could
I
check.
don't pretend like I don't give a shit, because I do give a shit, but not that big of a shit.
Is there a number that you have to reach before they'll verify you?
Oh, I went up to 14.3K today. From 2. Thank you. But I just felt like my posts were getting less traction all of a sudden, and they were no different than what I'd been posting before.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Like, that could just be coincidental. But I know some people have definitely been fucked with. And, you know, wasn't there a football player who complained a lot about it, Jamie, and then eventually he got let out of Instagram jail?
Why does he need he's a football player. Like, what does he need an Instagram account for? I need an Instagram account because it's how I make a living.
Well, he does too. That's how you get sponsors. When you're a football player, you have to get sponsorships.
You have lots of followers.
Yeah,
okay,
the more
fine. I'm a football player. Sports.
Well, you think about it. I mean, if you have a large following, like a Tom Brady, I mean, God, how many sponsors does he have?
Oh, okay.
You know, I mean, that's an amazing way to make an income.
You don't need an Instagram account to all.
You need it for Gatorade and Nike and all the sponsors and all kinds of different things. When those guys have a large following, that's very valuable, which is really an interesting thing. It's like, what is social media for? I mean, are you using it for as a business, or are you using it to be social? Are you just having fun and, you know, expressing yourself, or are you using it to maximize your brand, air quotes?
I mean, brand. I swear to God I don't. I'm obviously a very authentic person.
I believe you.
I have to use social media for work because I work for myself. So it's the only way I can get what I produce out into the world. And that's how I make an income almost solely through individual donations. Like, so people who send me donations through my website, or they sign up to my Patreon, or they pay for a subscription on Substack, which I haven't put anything behind a paywall, so people can just choose to pay or not. So I just appreciate it if people pay, because that's how I make an income. But like, there's no institution. There's no
kind of pure. It's very pure.
And but I don't think I would have a public Instagram account if I hadn't been. I didn't start a public Instagram account until I was kicked off of Twitter.
Right.
Like, I have to do that. I don't love spending a bunch of time on social media.
Did you enjoy Twitter, though, when you were on it? Yeah.
I don't know why everybody complains about Twitter all the time, because I really like Twitter.
Have you get back on? Because I know some people that were banned before, they try to get back on. They got back on.
I appealed twice since...
Recently?
Yeah.
Yeah?
So since Elon Musk announced that he was going to buy Twitter, we'll see if that actually goes through or not.
They just did one of his demands.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they just released. See if you can find what the article says, but essentially, he said unless they give him access to data so he can find out how many of his accounts are fake.
Right.
Because his take on it was like, if you were going to buy something and you were buying it on the assumption that here it goes. Twitter set to turn bot data over to Musk. All right, so this says that Twitter's board is reportedly set to pull an about-face offering Elon Musk internal data on hundreds of millions of tweets as advised for the billionaire to complete his acquisition of the social media company. Twitter set to turn over information to Musk, capturing more than 500 million tweets. the device the post came from, and other information about the account holders. The Washington Post reported Wednesday, citing an unnamed person familiar with the matter. Such a move would help respond to Musk's repeated demands for more information about the composition of Twitter's user base and the extent of its problem with bots. Musk has challenged Twitter's claims that just 5% of its accounts are bots, calling the way the company calculates fake accounts very suspicious in a May tweet. So I'm really interested to see how this plays out, because he is what he would describe as a free speech absolutist. And I think that is something that people are reluctant to agree is a good thing, because they're worried about the negative aspects of free speech. They're worried about assholes and, and trolls and all that stuff.
Toughen up, man. Toughen up. And not joking.
Yeah.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
What's in the bag, bro? What's in the bag? No, the bag. What's in the bag?
This is something I wanted to bring you.
Is it a towel?
No, that is a...
It says me. 3 5-inch fully dilated regular butthole. That's what it really says.
So that is a pair
I'm not
of...
making this up.
That is a pair of underwear to sort of...
I'm scared to open
put
this.
on before...
The contents of this box are entirely visually pleasing and have been known to cause a loss of normal bowel function. Adult onset pants shitting. Please make sure this disposable underwear is properly fastened prior to opening the box for the first time. Bro, what the fuck is wrong with you?
You're gonna shit yourself.
I'm going to shit myself? And I don't understand how this says medium adult anus. Is this just underwear?
Underwear. It's like...
But why does it say medium adult anus? Your anus is just like a small hole. That's not...
I don't know. I was just assuming you were a medium. Are you not medium, or what's...
I don't know. I have a big ass. I don't think I fit in these. Bro, you want trying to kill my balls? These are so small. It's cute, though.
So those are the underwear that you are supposed to put on before opening the box. I'll let you...
Okay, man. I'm nervous now. I gotta say, that's a first. It says Beeple Spring Summer Collection 2021. Oh, shit. Okay, I should open this like this. Can you get it with that camera,
yeah,
maybe?
I'm doing over top.
Okay. Whoa. So this is wild. So is this an NFT?
So this is from the spring collection that I released this year. And so yes, this is the sort of like physical, and an NFT sort of like goes with it.
So is that Elon Musk as
Yeah.
a Hulk? Oh, that's hilarious. With a little that Dogecoin.
Yeah.
Wow. Dude,
Yeah, this is sort of like something that we built in our sort of like studio this last year, and you sort of like that
Should I
comes
turn it
out.
that way?
On that one.
That'd be
Yeah,
better?
Yeah. You can still kind of see it pretty much as it is.
So then it like comes out, and you can like kind of like put that on the like put the
You hear all the likes coming out of your mouth?
put the what the fuck's it called? Put the screen on the like stand there, and the like stand lights up, and so this is just the like box.
It's the like box?
Just this is just the box.
Jesus Christ, that's an amazing visual.
Yeah, no, it definitely.
Elon's gonna see this and hit the gym. He's gonna be like, oh.
I gave one to like Kimball and him.
Yeah?
Yeah, I met him in Basel last week.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, no, it's definitely it's been a crazy year.
This is super cool. And what is this thing on this side of it? What is that?
So that's the base. That's the like the base that you put the screen on.
Oh, so
this comes
you
out.
Pull this out?
Yeah. You pull both of them out.
Oh,
and so you pull that out
sets
too.
On that? Oh,
yeah. And so there's cords behind that.
Dude, this is so dope.
And then it like lights it. So if you pull out that cord bag too. So then this too. There's like a pull that out.
Pull this.
That's a hair sample.
That's a hair sample.
Yeah.
From who?
From me.
You have a hair sample?
There's a hair sample in there.
And
It's
what
a
are you
little
supposed to do
vial
with
of
the hair
it. So it
sample?
goes on the like the base there.
On the base. Where?
On the other side. That's where it plugs in.
Plugs into the base.
Here, do you want me to grab it real quick?
Does it plug in back here?
So kind of this goes like this,
Okay.
and then this goes on that, and then it like pin on the like back here.
Okay.
Take these cords and like here.
And when it plugs in, it just lights up. Is that the
Yeah,
idea? Okay. For folks listening, what we have here is well, it's interesting. It's it looks like a glass or some sort of plexiglass. Yeah, some sort of a plastic, like a mini iPad that has this beautiful image of a jacked Elon Musk in his underwear. All right. I think it's probably more effort than it's worth to plug this in while we're doing the show. Good? All right, perfect. Ta-da! And what is this little cord here? This one, this extra one?
That just plugs into the back of the like screen there.
Oh, okay. And what does that do?
It just first the screen. The screen has like a battery, but then over time it'll a couple hours.
So there. Ta-da!
There you go.
There we go. Oh, and now it's black and white somehow.
It's like through kind of like a loop showing the like sort of like image, kind of like how the image was made, and sort of kind of a little bit of the like kind of behind the scenes.
Pretty dope. And what is this Q code?
So that goes to like my site, and you can kind of the other people who own this. So this is on the back. You can see how it's signed. It says 60 out of 100. There's only 100 of these that exist, and so you've got the like number 61. And like,
who's got 69?
I'm not sure who has 69, but somebody bought number 69 because they, wanted to have that one.
Yeah,
but
that's very.
Yeah,
thank
so
you
it's
very
sort
much. That's super cool.
Yeah, so this is sort of like one of like a few different like pieces were released in like spring, and this was like one of the everydays that sort of like day.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. That's awesome.
Appreciate that.
Very dope. I'll put that right there. I don't know if we can keep it on the desk because it needs a lot of attention.
It does. It's something that definitely
I'll have a spot for it.
Sort of like draws you in, but it can be a lot. It can be a lot.
I think it should be right in front of Jamie, like right there.
It's fine.
Like it's sat right there. That's not too bad.
I have plugs for it.
That would work, right?
Let me do it.
Yeah. No, we'll keep it here for now, but then after the show,
Big
over
thing.
there.
It's a
pretty
big
dope.
thing.
Thank you very much. Very cool.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
So, how long do you think you're gonna keep doing this? Is this
probably the rest of my
project?
life. Yeah,
Really? Every day? One a day?
We gotta see it through at this point.
Wow.
We gotta see it through at this point. I mean, it's
see it through to the end on your deathbed. Hold on, before you put me in the suicide pod.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
What do you think about Elon Musk saying that overpopulation is a myth and it's actually the opposite? What do you think about that?
Well, it is the opposite in places where the developed world exists, like in big cities. People are having less children.
Yeah, I know a lot of guys in they're
Dr.
not even close to being married, no kids. They're not going to have kids. That's happening everywhere.
So it's child choices for sure that happen when people live in big cities and they concentrate on their career. It also happens when in these
most
places
people are in the
where
big
women aren't oppressed, where women aren't oppressed and they can pursue careers. They pursue careers as they put off childbirth. It's like that's the theme of Idiocracy. Remember Idiocracy? That movie?
I didn't. I hear about it all.
Until recently. It's fucking
I gotta
hilarious.
go back. It's
Bro,
my job, my
still
judge, man.
really fucking
The new
fun.
Butthead movie, better than ever.
Really?
Have
I
you
haven't seen
dude,
it. I haven't seen it yet.
The
I
new
love
movie,
Beavis
it's
and
like
Butthead, though.
2 months old. So good.
I had Mike here a couple months ago.
Dude, they go to dude. Beavis and Butthead go to fucking. Dude, it's so good. It's so good.
So the premise of Idiocracy is there's this really smart couple, and they keep putting it off. Keep putting off having kids, and at the same time you're showing this dude lives in a trailer park. He's fucking all these chicks near him. He knocks up her, and she's chasing him with a frying pan because she finds out he knocked up her too, and it's wild.
Yeah,
and it's just like it just shows how people are just getting dumber and dumber. The dumber people are overpopulating. The smart people aren't having any children.
Like your bit.
Yeah, like the bit from 2005. So that's really what it is. I mean, this is exactly what Elon is saying.
Yeah,
is that in these cities there is a depopulation problem. Then there's also another problem. Dr. Shanna Swan, we had her on the podcast. She wrote a book called Countdown, and it's all about phthalates and how phthalates are getting into people's blood supplies from plastics and how it's directly affecting our reproductive systems. It's making men's dicks smaller and balls smaller and taints smaller. And the way they identify mammals, males or females, is the male's taint is 50 to 100% larger. And the introduction of phthalates, they know these from studies. When you introduce phthalates into the blood supply of these creatures, like mice and rodents and shit like that, all of their taints shrink. And that's exactly what's happening to people. And we have phthalates in our blood. So they do these blood tests on people, and they find all these microplastics and all this residue from petrochemical products. And if you look at when petrochemical products were introduced and plastics were introduced in America, and then look at sperm counts, look at miscarriage rates, look at dick sizes, all that stuff, testicle sizes, is all shrinking.
I'll skip that part.
All shrinking.
If
It's all
the
shrinking.
girl licks your taint, does she get credit for eating man ass?
It's pretty close. She's in the neighborhood. You know, it's like your Beverly Hills adjacent.
Does she credit?
I think she does.
Damn. Okay.
That's a risky.
So
risky
the
move
whole,
for a dude.
remember, I don't know if you remember, but I've brought this up on the podcast before, and I don't know if it's true. I hear it. No, we didn't have a debunking website or whatever, but saying that the entire population of the world, whatever it is, 7 billion or something, can all fit in Texas or Alaska in their own house. Remember that?
I think if you everybody together like a favela.
Totally. No, totally,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It would have to be that way, right?
And then the rest of it's farmland.
But even if it wasn't Texas, it has to be the whole United States. Like you could fit the whole population
of the world
in the United States. They're saying you could fit them in Texas or Alaska. That's what they're saying.
Yeah,
nobody's debunked that. And I don't know.
No, they probably could fit them physically. The problem is where are you going to get all the food?
I'm not saying. Hey, let's all move them to Alaska. This is just all.
Oh, here it is. Standing shoulder to shoulder, the entire world's population could fit within 500 square miles
of Los Angeles. What? Okay, think about that. That's true. So it must be true, right? If that's true, even if let's just say that's off, and
that's only
it's
LA.
The whole United States. I know it's only LA, right? If that's true.
Okay.
There ain't nobody on this motherfucker, dude. That would mean if we got everybody in Alaska or everybody in Texas and the whole world was empty,
right?
All of South America, Asia, Russia, to me, that means this overpopulation bullshit is a fucking myth, man.
But wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense because what they're saying in this Los Angeles thing is people stand shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, I'm just saying if that's true, no, I'm not saying to live that way. I'm just saying if you can do that, if you could fit the whole population,
then
just
you
by
think
size,
there's plenty of room for everybody,
dude.
Right.
Back when I first started flying and teaching seminars all over the world, I would always just look out the plane and go, all I see is just nobody. I see a city way over there, and go, it's empty. I go, we should all have a plot of land. That's what I'd be thinking. I go, there's so much wasteland. When you fly across the United States, dude, there's only people in L.A., New York, Miami, and San Francisco. Everything else is empty, dude. You're on a plane, there's nobody. There's nobody here. So I don't want to. So when people talk about climate change, well, we're causing climate change or overpopulation, and then you got Elon Musk saying that's the one thing. I'm like, damn, Elon Musk is saying that. He's saying that overpopulation is a myth. It's actually the reverse. I'm like, whoa. So I don't want to hear anything about over fucking population. Oh, it seems overpopulated when you're in a city and you're living in a favela and they got you all crammed into a city, super smart cities and all that shit. Yeah, it's overpopulated, but the rest of the world's empty. It's fucking empty.
Well, there's a lot of people that you have to feed. That's the problem. The problem is not just the number of people. The problem is the resources.
Do you believe cow farts are melting icebergs?
Cow farts are not the problem. It's actually burps.
Dude,
it's
that's
methane.
hilarious.
It's methane. But there's also ways that they use regenerative farming. So it's carbon neutral. You know, there's people that have discussed regenerative farming. The only problem is scaling it for millions and millions of people. But it's just a natural product of animals eating grass. They do know that happens.
Dude, you know how bad those farts gotta stink
For
them to melt icebergs?
No, it's not that it's icebergs. It's just releasing methane.
That's what climate change is all about, melting icebergs. Rising sea levels.
Yeah.
It's all about icebergs.
But it definitely...
Polar bears.
It definitely contributes to the gases. Do you know, have you ever gone to one of those places that just grow cows? My parents used to live in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I used to have to drive through farmland. Bro, it smells so bad. It smells so bad. The people that have to live...
I've driven through farmland before. You could smell the cow shit.
No, it's not just shit. Where they raise cattle. Yeah. Not millions and millions of cows.
I will never believe cow farts are causing climate change. There's no way anybody's going to believe that. Or their burps. The burps or the fart.
It's contributing to the gases that are in the environment.
what Dan Pena is saying and what Steve Koonin is saying more specifically is that we're talking about a negligible effect in comparison to all these other effects.
I want to see a documentary on how they found out cow farts are burning a hole in the ozone layer.
It's really It's just methane, man. But I'm telling you, these carbon neutral farmers, these people that use regenerative farming, they take the manure and they put it back into the soil, and that's what they use for fertilizer, and everything is organic. And they're saying if you do it, that's the way animals and the environment are supposed to interact. What we've done that's so fucked is factory farming. And we've taken all these animals and shoved them into these places and made these toxic waste lakes of animal waste. Have you seen those? They fly a drone over these factory farming setups they have for pigs.
Mm-mm.
Like, dude, if everybody wants sausage and everybody wants bacon, you need a lot of fucking pigs. A lot of pigs. And it's horrific. What they have to do to raise pigs in an economical way so you can get cheap bacon is pretty fucked. That's real. And that is 100% contributing to the amount of methane that gets released and gases that get released. Because if you go anywhere near those places, they're fucking terrible toxic. They smell awful, man. Like, that shit's... If you live in that city and they open up like some sort of a factory farming setup right outside of town, guess what? Your city's ruined. You're going to smell that shit. You're going to smell, and you're going to get used to the smell, unfortunately, because olfactory senses detect changes in smells. That's why people stink. They don't smell themselves. Because otherwise, be like, oh my God, I smell. I got to get the fuck out of here. You detect changes in smell. So if you live in a place that stinks, like some parts of New Jersey when they were like really polluted, they have factories out there. The people that lived there didn't even know it stunk. People had to come visit them and go, what the fuck are you living? Where are you living, man? You know how bad it smells here? They're like, it smells normal because they're used to it. They get accustomed to it. That 100% is contributing to pollution. So whether it's factory farming or whether it's factories, all the different things that people do that we enjoy. If you want electricity, something's got to burn. Like, how do you do it? Do you use coal? What do you do? Unless you're going to do nuclear, you're going to have some negative effect.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Have you ever considered something alternative to air-inflated tires? Have you seen some of these alternatives that have essentially spaces in between the upper wall and the wheel? Have you thought about that?
We haven't found a tire that because you got to worry about road noise. You got to take out potholes and bumps. You got to have like good grip, but you also want to have low rolling resistance so that you get good range. Those are a lot of things to try to put into one tire. Then if you also say, and it can't have air, it's like, this is hard. But I'm talking to a guy who's put people on Mars. You can't figure out an airless tire? It's an incremental strength. I'm not saying there won't be such a thing. I think there will be, to be precise.
Because it seems like we've just gotten way too comfortable with this idea that tires blow out. And you get flats. It's very annoying.
Flats are annoying.
Yeah, very annoying.
Yeah. Non-sport tires, by the way, are much less likely to have flats because
they have more bounce.
They go, like let's say you hit at the edge of a pothole. Mm-hmm. If you got more rubber wall, you got a longer way to go before you pinch the tire. So, sport tires tend to have more flats, especially in LA potholes. That's the worst.
Yeah. Well,
there was one particular pothole on Sunset Boulevard. It would just take out so many Model S, like a boom, boom, both sides of the car.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Steven Spielberg was actually once. It's like, hey, Steven Spielberg is like 2 tires went. I was like, God damn it, I know that pothole.
I feel like
it seems like that's actually it would be like, man, there sure are a lot of taxes in California for roads this bad.
Yeah, the place is a mess.
Yeah.
So ultimately, one day that's a possibility of having some sort of an airless tire. Because I've seen prototypes. I've never seen one on an actual car in physical, in real life.
Yeah, I think the technology's gradually getting there. And I think for something like a robo-taxi where you want to have the tires last for a long time and not go flat, it's going to make a lot of sense.
Yeah. But other than that,
essentially most of what we saw in the demo is the same. It's still going to have now.
Oh yeah,
there was the issue with the glass when it accidentally shattered. That how annoying was that?
That was shocking. I mean, we literally spent hours beforehand with like lots of people throwing steel balls at the window.
Right.
I mean, we must have thrown at least a dozen people must have thrown steel balls
at the same window, though.
Yeah, same damn window.
Isn't that the problem?
Yeah, that might. It turns out that might be the problem. If you keep throwing balls, eventually it's going to break. and I did ask Franz to really wind up and give it all. And I should have like, oh, take it easy.
Yeah. Give me a
you don't
fake
need to
wind up.
Yeah, we don't need the fast ball. But I did ask for the fast ball, and like, okay, let's go for the slightly slower ball.
Because you guys were hitting the sidewall with a sledgehammer.
Yeah,
first?
that could be like we were trying to figure out how the hell this thing break, because I mean we were just bouncing steel balls off it all day.
Right.
And we think possibly what might have happened there was that hitting it with a sledgehammer might have cracked the base of it, and once you crack the base of it, it loses all its strength.
Right.
And then it was just have a hairline fracture, and then you hit it anywhere, it's going to shatter.
Did you
We didn't. It's also hard with test glass, like with like when you actually do production glass, it's much more robust than demo glass, because production glass like demo glass, you just can't make. You have to have like massive tools and ovens and everything to make the production glass. It's like, and if you don't, that takes a while to do. So the production glass is always better than demo glass. Nonetheless, it should have worked. And it was probably because we whacked it with a sledgehammer and then threw the steel ball at it. But it will be bulletproof to a handgun.
No, that make it bulletproof and make it like you could hit it with a sledgehammer. Like what was the motivation to make it different than just like a Model S?
I mean, it's like what's cool about a truck? Trucks are tough, and like okay, what's tougher than a truck? A tank. What about a tank from the future? Okay, now you have a tank from the future.
Okay.
Yeah, that's bulletproof.
Yeah.
How's that compared to it's way tougher than a regular truck.
Look, it's fucking cool.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
That's an armored
having
personnel
something that's
character from the
bulletproof.
future. That should be like a Halo with a rocket launcher in the back.
Have you thought about doing something like that? Yeah, seems like it.
That sounds like it'd be fun. I mean, you should like, cruising around the field and like lobbing, shooting rockets.
Now, is there ever a possibility that these things are going to be solar powered? Is that someday? Is the solar technology going to get to a point where
it's kind of a serious issue? So, I mean, I think we could possibly put the cover of the truck bed, put some solar cells in that. So if you just leave it out in the sun, probably bring, recharges a few miles a day type of thing.
Oh, it would only be a few miles.
Yeah.
But what about one day? Is it possible that technology could evolve to the point where they could extract more? No, really?
No, it's so there's about 1 kilowatt per square meter of solar energy, and then you're going to get probably 20-25% efficiency. So you got 200 watts a square meter, and then that's assuming that you're normal to the sun. So like you're at right angles, basically. Like, are you facing the sun or not? So when you add all those things up, you say how many square meters can you really get, and then how many watt hours per mile. So it's basically, if you could do 10 miles a day, you'd be lucky.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And that's not going to change?
No.
Catch new episodes of The Joe Experience for free only on Spotify. Watch back catalog JRE videos on Spotify, including clips. Easily, seamlessly switch between video and audio experience. On Spotify, you can listen to the JRE in the background while using other apps and can download episodes to save on data cost, all for free. Spotify is absolutely free. You don't have to have a premium account to watch new JRE episodes. You just need to search for the JRE on your Spotify app. Go to Spotify now to get this full episode of the Joe Rogan Experience.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
What has it been like? You've owned X for a year now.
Oh yeah.
Do you ever wake up in the middle of the night and have a dream that you didn't do it?
and your life is infinitely easier?
Well, it's certainly a recipe for trouble, I suppose, or contention.
What ultimately that led you to make the decision to do it?
I mean, this is going to sound somewhat melodramatic, but I was worried about that it was having a corrosive effect on civilization. That it was just having a bad impact. I think part of it is that it's where it was located, which is downtown San Francisco. And while I think San Francisco is a beautiful city, and we should really fight hard to kind of right the ship of San Francisco. If you've walked around downtown San Francisco, right near the FK Twitter headquarters, it's a zombie apocalypse. I mean, it's rough. Have you been in that area
Lately? No.
Yeah.
I've heard.
It's crazy.
That's crazy. I've heard you really can't believe it until you actually go there.
You can until you go there. So now you have to say, well, what philosophy led to that outcome? And that philosophy was being piped to Earth. So, a philosophy that would be ordinarily quite niche and geographically constrained, so that the sort of the fallout area would be limited, was effectively given an information weapon, information technology weapon to propagate what is essentially a mind virus to the rest of Earth. And the outcome of that mind virus is very clear if you walk around the streets of downtown San Francisco. It is the end of civilization.
Not just propagating the mind virus, but suppressing any opposing viewpoints.
Yes. Well, in order for the virus to propagate, it must suppress opposing viewpoints. So
It doesn't stand up to scrutiny.
correct.
Yeah.
I mean, you've felt the virus. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah. People will try to cancel you so many times.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
I don't think you're melodramatic at all. I think it's I mean, I don't want to be melodramatic, but it's almost like a death cult.
It's a death cult. No, that is exactly right. It's essentially the extinctionists. Like, it's in the limit. It is that they're propagating the extinction of humanity and civilization. And there's some people who are like most of the time it's implicit. They don't but sometimes it's explicit. Like, there was a guy on the front page of the New York Times who literally has the thing called the extinctionist movement, and he was quoted on the front page of the New York Times as saying, "There are 8 billion people in the world, but it would be better if there were none." And I'm like, well, buddy, you can start with yourself.
Yeah. Does he have friends? That's what always fascinates me.
Well,
Here he is.
that guy.
He looks like he's not long for this earth.
I mean, he's not
Voluntary
young.
human extinction movement. That's hilarious. I'd like
That's
yeah.
that's an explicit version of the death cult.
Maybe
The
live
extinctionist
long
cult.
and die.
It's not. The extinction is a word he uses. No, I mean, it's not. It's literally a self-description.
Do they cover
that
him
death cult
glowingly?
was in charge of social media.
Yeah.
It still largely is at Google and Facebook, by the way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not in favor of human extinction. They are, and they can go to hell.
Well, that guy is.
Yeah, he can go to hell.
That guy seems silly.
Well,
I would like
it's-
to hang
it's-
out with him, though. I would find out what makes him tick. I bet that guy is fascinating. For a few days.
I mean,
and
I'm in
dig
favor of. I mean, I'm pro, but the in the limit, if you take environmentalism to an extreme, you start to view humanity as a plague on the surface of the earth, like a mold or something.
Right.
But this is actually false. The Earth could take probably 10 times the current civilization. The population you could 10x the population without destroying the rainforest. So the environmental movement, and I'm an environmentalist, has gone too far. They've gone way too far. If you start thinking that humans are bad, then the natural conclusion is humans should die out. Now, I'm headed to an international sort of AI safety conference later tonight, leaving in about 3 hours. I meet with the British Prime Minister, a number of other people. So you have to say, like, how could AI go wrong? Well, if AI gets programmed by the extinctionists, its utility function will be the extinction of humanity. So I mean, there are times when masks are warranted, but most of the time it's actually counterproductive.
That was one of the things about the old Twitter was the propaganda and the adherence to whatever the CDC was saying and the dismissing of legitimate scientists, guys like Jay Bhattacharya from Stanford and legit guys.
Yes.
And they were suppressing them and even banning them. They banned Alex Berenson. I mean, it was wild. They banned Alex for essentially reading peer-reviewed papers.
Yeah. No, I mean, all Twitter was basically an arm of the government.
Yeah.
So
was that shocking? Like, what was that like? Because that, to me, that was the most bizarre. Was the Twitter files when you let Schellenberger and Matt Taibbi and all those guys get in the Twitter, and the response where Matt Taibbi gets audited. I mean, which is just wild. I mean, it's just so blatant and so in your face.
Yeah, it's weird. No, I mean, the degree to which, and by the way, Jack didn't really know this, but the degree to which Twitter was simply an arm of the government was not well understood by the public, and it was whatever the official government. I mean, it was like Pravda, basically. It's a state publication is the way to think of old Twitter. It was a state publication.
And was justification from their perspective that they are progressive liberals, they have the right intentions, it's important that they stay in power, the progressive liberals stay in government and power because this is their...
There was basically oppression of any views that would even, I would say, be considered middle of the road. But certainly anything on the right. I'm not talking about like far right. I'm just talking mildly right. The people like Republicans were suppressed at 10 times the rate of Democrats. Now that's because old Twitter was fundamentally controlled by the far left. It was like completely controlled by the far left, and that's why I say like San Francisco, Berkeley is a niche ideology. It's hard to say like, is there a place that's more far left than San Francisco, Berkeley? Maybe Portland, but it's like
right.
It's like those two places are the most far left places in America.
Yes.
So from their standpoint, everything is to the right, including moderates.
Right.
So now, if you internalize a far left position, everything seems wrong to you that is not far left.
Right.
And so they naturally oppressed anything that didn't agree with their views. That's why I say that it was an accidental far left information weapon. So, because it's like Silicon Valley attracts the smartest engineers, the smartest sort of technologists and programmers from around the world. They created an information weapon that was then harnessed by the far left, who could not themselves create the weapon, but happened to be co-located where the technologists were.
And how you align politically with the people that possessed it.
The technologists generally are moderate, maybe moderate left, but they're not far left. That's why I say San Francisco, Berkeley. It doesn't even extend to South San Francisco or even to Palo Alto. So SF Berkeley is the most far left. Perhaps in a competition with Portland, but I'd say SF Berkeley is more far left even than Portland. Like literally in America, we're talking about an area that's maybe a 10-mile radius. And so normally the effects, the negative effects of a far left ideology that would be geographically limited to a 10-mile radius. That's like not, it's small, like so any bad effects of that ideology would be geographically constrained under normal circumstances and have been in the past. But when you have basically a technological megaphone, which was Twitter and social media in general, suddenly the far left are handed a megaphone to Earth. an incredibly powerful technology weapon that they themselves could not create, but they happened to be co-located with the technologists who created it by accident.
Is it shocking that more people don't understand how dangerous that is?
I think some people understand.
Some.
So, I mean, from the standpoint of some of the people who used to be at Twitter, the people are like, well, it's a big shift to the right. That is correct. It is a shift to the right because everything is to the right if you're far left. Everything is to the right. But how many far left people have actually been suspended or banned from Twitter, now X? 0. So it's really just moved to the center, but from the perspective of the far left, it's moved to the right. It's like everything's relative.
The difference in moderation.
It propagated that far left philosophy not just to America, but to everywhere on Earth.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with the same level of suppression in other countries as well?
Yes.
But Taliban is on Twitter.
Like, I always think of like, hey, Mr. Taliban, tally me a banana. Hey, Mr. Taliban.
I mean, there's really some people on Twitter that are...
They're like, oh, man, I want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the point is, from my standpoint, that is that X, FK, Twitter should represent the sort of collective consciousness of humanity. So now that means that there are going to be views on there that you don't like or disagree with. But that's humanity. So are you going to exclude them or not? Now, I mean, if somebody, breaks the law, then the account is suspended. I mean, if they actively advocate murder, then the account is suspended. We do have what we call like the kind of United Nations exclusion rule, which is that you can have, say, the Ayatollah, who, would prefer that Israel didn't exist, for example. But he's allowed to go to the UN building in New York. In fact, generally officials from Iran do in fact go to the UN building in New York, even though they're a heavily sanctioned country. So I think that there's merit to having, just like there's some merit to the UN. One can disagree with the UN, and I think we shouldn't have a world government that we bow down to. But in fact, that's risky for civilization. But I think you do want to have the leaders of countries represented on social media.